Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here, and we are going to do a Let's Play of Aurora 4X. It's kind of like a Dwarf Fortressy uh, space simulator. Played a little bit of it, seen a little bit of tutorials, things like that, so we're going to have fun with that. It's going to be our YouTube game. We're going to do 1,000 systems. Local system generation chance, speed, blah, blah, blah. We're going to go just put this whole new one up. Starting year, it's going to be 2016. We're just going to say it's a new millennium. There was a big war, and so there is a united government on Earth. So, construction cycle rate, comets per system. This 0 allows it to do a chance. It just does it itself. So we will be, well, first things first, is where is it? High Imperial Monarchy will go off the United States. This is your, hold on a second. Had to sneeze there. But these are like your names of your ship classes and things like that will be named according to whatever nationality. So, like, if it's U.S., you'll have like the Allenberg, the Nimitz, uh, the Alaska, the Texas, the New Mexico, blah 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 blah. Commander theme, it's gonna be English. You could put it as well. It's got just about everything. We're gonna go. So there's resources of us trans Newtonian, which is like the resource that allows more advanced technologies. We're gonna start in a conventional, so we have to learn all these technologies. Will make a slower start, but it'll allow to explore some of the research in it, some of the design phases, what you can and can't do, things like that. So Empire Federation, Empire name. Since we are a high imperial monarchy, I am going to actually go with actually hold on 1 second. I think what I might do is use one actually which is quite odd for me to do. Is we're gonna use uh, one of the areas that's in Final Fantasy just because they have some cool names. In that one, here we go. Yep, I'm gonna use the continent one of this is going to be the Avalanche Empire for short. This is going to be obviously Imperial. And The Empire short name is going to be the Empire. Yeah, I got it. We're going to make it something easy. So species tolerance, this is default for all humans. There is atmospheres, things like that your species can take. So we'll explore some of that. Population, we'll start with 500. Manufacturing, that looks good. We're going to put no missile bases for start. So what we're going to say for role-playing sake is the entire war happened. All the first facilities that were destroyed were the missile bases. So starting Empire on Earth. Star Swarm. Let's just say there's 3 at start. Let's say 5 at start. And we'll allow new ones to pop up. We're not going to go with that. Of course, I want their asteroids to orbit their parent star. That's weird. We'll use real star systems that's in the databases. Experience fleet penalties that puts cool stuff. Commander political bonus and promotions are pretty cool. So we're going to create this game. Yes. So it might take a while. So typically it takes in between a good, and you may get a not responding thing because it's literally chucking it along. Um, but really the biggest thing with this game is that it will take a minute to come and first initially bring up the game actually, which isn't too bad because I mean you're making 1,000 uh, systems. There's 5 races in each system. Then there's you, and there's probably generally around in the Earth system. There's about maybe 100 objects, and you're talking about 1,000 systems that might have 100 objects in it. So you're talking about something that's like over 10,000 objects, and that's not even the ones you would put in the system itself. So we're going to select it. We're going to allow all this stuff to be there. And we're going to go with it. So here is your actual game thing. Just as long as you do not X out this, your game will continue. Everything is based off this little window. But here is essentially the game in all its glory. So, all of these, this is the Sol system. Just one little system. We got Comet coming in. So we'll go with what each symbol is. So here's a comet. You'll notice because the motion has it coming in. So here's the tail. Its motion is this way. These are stationary, or not stationary, but orbiting asteroids. Obviously, they'll have the actual designations they do have. Here's Eris. Where is Pluto? Pluto should be. Here's Uranus. Here's Neptune. There's Chiron. Where are you, Pluto? It shows you comet paths, dwarf planets, orbit of that, orbit of moons, stars, orbit of planets. There's Pluto. Good old Pluto is right there. So you have all these bodies that will be going around the area. Then obviously you have the sun in the middle. Your comets coming out. Here's Earth. Here's the asteroid belt, Mars, Eros, Neumann, Apollo. Apophis is somewhere around here. Here's Apophis, the one that keeps on continuously going like this with Earth. Wow, that's weird. That's literally right on the path of Earth. It's kind of awkward. So here's Earth. You can go and see its little system here, and Luna, the moon. You can also look at something as crazy as Jupiter. So here's the inner one, inner objects. You have Io, Europa, Ganymede, Castillo. You can go out from there and you see all the ones out there. Furthermore, if you find Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, here it is. Sure, Saturn has its own. There's Titan, Diarrhea. Here's technically the rings, and it's got some bigger bodies. Prometheus. Whoops. Hyperon. Phobie. Things like that. So you have all these objects. This is pretty much your game board per se. So all these symbols, the game goes in increments of typically 5 days is when it updates. But you can do increments of 30 days, auto turns, and everything will move. But everything only moves in a 5-day tick, 5-tick increments. Contact heading, that's good. Highlight own colonies. Okay, so body info, because I have Saturn. Looked at all bodies. Contact, waypoint sensors. Give me display. All bodies. Give me Soleil. This is common Soleil minerals. So, look at this. This is just one of them. A lot of them are up here. But here's your summary tab. This little symbol, colony summary, which will give me Earth. So we'll slowly go through some of the things in here. You have your industry tab. So what your construction is, like the construction facilities you have, your production rate right here. As we're in traditional production, we're only at 750. Mining and maintenance, these are all the materials that are considered trans-Newtonian materials. So you have accesses on it. One is the best access you can have, and it goes all the way to 0.1. So you will eventually deplete your stores, essentially. You can have stockpiles, things like that. So the biggest thing you need to do is ensure that big things like sorium is your fuel supply, durium, and cornamite, things like that, end up being in your construction. So you got to make sure you're able to do that. Your shipyards able to actually put construct ships. One thing I'm going to do right now is automatically hit up at 2,000 ton capacity per slipway. So I'm going to to set this activity. It's going to cost 240 duranium, and neutronium is going to be 240. And we'll add 2 tons. We don't have any shipyard tasks. We'll look at research in a second. So environment, this is, you can terraform bodies in this. So you can add gas to whatever body you need. So you can terraform like Mars. You could take a gas out, take a gas in, and change the atmosphere to reflect planetary suitability. 0 is perfect. Obviously, we evolved on Earth, so it's going to be a 0 across the board. But it can go all the way up to, if we had another capital and we looked at Mercury, let's actually look at Mercury. I need to go in more. No, I don't. But yeah, let's look at Venus. Venus is more out there. Where are you? There you are. So Venus, gravity, atmospheric pressure is 100. Mars' atmospheric pressure is 0.010. Earth is 1. So we'd have to add content into this. So we'd have to add about a 20%, say with Mars, I would need to have at least 20% oxygen, but to get this atmospheric pressure, I need that pressure to be between 1 and 1.3, and also have that oxygen content. So that's where like terraforming stuff like that comes up. You can make teams to look at colonies, so espionage, diplomatic, when you meet other aliens, study different planets and aliens themselves, and then geology, looking for additional supplies. You have a civilian sector that you can do, where you can shut down or activate industrial sectors. You can task contracts to move whatever things you have on Earth or other places to other things like that. Ground units on Earth, we only have low tech because we don't have anything new. This would be ground force activity. We'll worry about that later. Wealth and trade really goes along with civilian and industry status. So we'll pay attention to this more later. In the meantime, first things first. Not first thing, but close to first thing. We don't have any matching scientists. We actually have scientists. So you're going to do transnewtonian technology. You're going to take all 3 research labs. Another thing you're going to do is give me 1 military academy. So your military academy will actually give you scientists, and another thing I'll show you as well is characters. So you have characters that can have new things. So let's go to like staff officers. You have a fleet headquarters. This one, this guy who is a rear admiral lower half, Imogen Lucas. His bonuses, fleet movement, or actually fighter combat mining bonus and fighter operation bonus. So I'm going to attach him to the fleet headquarters, and I'm going to assign him. So that allows all these other people to get assigned. So I'm going to automate assignments, and the game will automatically assign all these people. One of the things also is you have civilian administrators. You have a governor of Earth. So this guy has a mining bonus, factory production, no research. Governor of Earth needs to be at least an A2. Population growth. I think we're going to have this mining. So I'm going to assign you as the governor of Earth. So Earth will get these bonuses up here in the top right. So be our leading scientist if you had to do any teams. And ground force officers, they will be assigned as needed. And then our naval officers, when it comes to ships, commercial ships, staff officers. Really, right now, all we're going to have is staff officers. So I didn't pick something there. So, length of tour, 24 months. Let's go length of tour, 36. Let's do 36 months. And from there, we're going to save. Actually, we're going to close that. So our first tick, we'll see all of that. That's ground forces, that's our wealth. It's our class design, which we'll look at when we have ships. That's our current ships, fleet orders, task forces, fighters, combat, system view. Essentially, what we don't have anything selected. Galactic map. Never pulled out the galactic map, but my guess, the galactic map here is here's Sol. I have no idea about the exploration I've done. So why is this? Well, you have points, which we'll look at later. These right here are jump points. So they're looked at, they're researched, and then you see if there is a jump point there. You can jump to a different system. It can be anywhere in your area. So it becomes very precarious. You can have one in the inner part, which could make a situation that's very, very difficult for you. I personally haven't had to do it, but it is possible. So, aliens. That's our research tab. Potential colonies. This is fuel report. So, any ships, fuel efficiency, current fuel, things like that. Maintenance clocks. Ships requiring repair. Production overview. Pretty much all my production within my empire. View technology, any technology I have. Close-in weapon systems, sensors, things like that. Geological survey reports. Later we'll do survey reports on planetary bodies. Any shipping lines that civilians have up or that I have up. Sectors. There's a refresh button. So I refresh all my orders that I've given it. Now all those people will be where they're assigned to be. Vents, which we'll be looking at a lot, and intelligence window. Intelligence window is pretty much you're looking for any ship classes, last contact, what your sensor data was, and you can actually look at your tactical and strategic intelligence and pretty much log on what you think a design technically has, essentially. So you can say display like, oh, I saw this design had blah 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 on this date, and then you're like, oh, okay, cool, I see another one. Oh, well, it can go this fast now. Okay, it's updated this. Like, you can change it to where you're putting in updated intel piece, essentially, which is pretty cool. But since we have our research already pinged up, I believe, our 3 labs, they'll be done July 2023. Can I even build labs right now? I don't even think so. Infrastructure, financial center, maintenance, and academy. No, I can't even do that. So we're just gonna have to hope that we get something or another. Auto turns. Let's do it every 30 days, and let's get this show on the road. Actually, one thing we're gonna do. This is not displaying. Hold on. Display. show events. So I have events down here. Okay. So it'll be right here. So auto turn, 30 days. Any big events will come up. Hello, Lieutenant Commander. Another one. Flight operations. Things are moving. Another civilian. Let's actually bring up this. Officer Corps. Project leader. So yeah, civilian. Production, mining, terraforming, pop growth, espionage. We're looking for any damn. Okay, so his research points did go up. I'm looking for any scientists that come up. Because depending on what they are, I can get this research to go faster. Okay, so we're still looking at it. And in certain parts of this game, it may be something where we do certain parts, I'll pause it, I play a little bit ahead, and I re-record. So our 200 tons at Taylor International on Earth is completed. So looking at it, I think a lot of our ships at first will be civilian-wise. Where's my shipyards? I'm going to add an extra 2,000 onto it. And that should be good for the initial. For anything I would need in the future from the civilian. Auto turn. Let's do it by 30 days. Okay, as we're looking, see anything. Well, that's a good officer right there. A lot of stuff. Oh, we lost an officer to an accident. Some people getting promotions. Colonel Lucas Cameron to Brigadier General. Factory of production for the civilian administrator. Ethan Forrest got another one. Missiles. So we did get a new scientist, but it's missiles and kinetic weapons. So military academy on Earth. It's 2018. It's been 2 years. The overarching Evelyn's Imperial Empire. I am the monarch. And I'm thinking if I want to really build another military academy. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure if I want to do that. You know what? I'm going to create one more military academy. And then just go from there. Alright, so some people were assigned fleet headquarters, things like that. It's been 3 years. So we do have a new scientist. Hold on, hold the phone. Construction and production. You gave me, I think it was another missiles and kinetic weapons. Oh, you bastard. And I got another one in missiles and kinetic weapons. Damn. Can't get a break right now. Alright, so the 2,000 tons was added to uh, that shipyard. Since we don't have anything to do there, because we need these trans-Newtonian technology, pretty much waiting until 2023. And hopefully we get a scientist, logistics and ground combat. That doesn't help me. I mean, it will later, but not right now. You know what? Give me. Right now, give me the last 30. Got it. Kind of messed up the game log there for a minute. Alright. This will be a lot better. I'll have to look at the a bunch of things. Okay. Why aren't you actively running? There you go. Another promotion for an officer. Captain. Let me just move this. Too many clicks at the same time. Come on. Okay. I'm just going to move that to the other window. So I don't see anything. I'm not actually crazy because We got 3 missiles and kinetic weapons, which will be nice when we need weapons, but not right now. Ethan Ford still has the best. He's 25. Making it October next year. So we can bust through this essentially. So military academy has been built on Earth. That's nice. Keep going. Not until I can pull up anything that's trans-Newtonian is really anything going to help me. No, I don't need this. Another kinetic weapons. That is a lot of officers that have been kicked out. No wonder that took forever. Yeah, it is April. Brigadier General, Major General. But I guess one of the things we're going to have to do is, like I said, the first part of the game is a little bit slow, but it will speed up. Owen Tucker. Defensive systems. It's not going to help me. Alright, so we finally got trans-Newtonian technology. So I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, we'll look at the additional research it opened. I will see you guys next time. Later.